Alright, this is a quick shooting tips and tutorial for the people out there that are struggling with shooting. But first and foremost, I always hear a lot about people saying that they can't get green lights from the three-point line and they can't shoot off the dribble. Well, as you can see right here, I'm knocking down green lights with no problem, and from the three-point line. The problem is everybody tells you to shoot on Hall of Fame. That is stupid. The gameplay online is not on Hall of Fame. It's on Superstar or All-Star, which I think is just mainly Superstar. That's what everybody say all the time. And then the other thing that people forget is online is way faster than 50% speed. So you're going to have to literally shoot and put that thing up to like 60, 65, because online is a little faster and it has a little lag. Even though it's fast online, it has a tad bit lag. So your shooting has to be a tad bit off. Even when I don't get greens, I'm going to knock them down, as you can see. But the biggest key that no one knows is the fact that you've seen all the greens. See how deep I'm shooting from. And here's a little bit of gameplay. But the biggest tip that no one knows is, especially off the dribble. Off the dribble, the best time to shoot is when the ball hits your hand. You can't pull up in the middle of a dribble. You can't pull up when it's about to hit your hand. It has to literally be sitting in your hand. Boom, as it's sitting in your hand, pull up. You're going to knock that thing down at a higher rate. But a lot of people try to make that move so quick, and it don't happen. Just like this, set shot. I wait till my feet set. Boom. It doesn't matter if it's a hand in my face. I'm going to hit that shot. And that's how it has to go down. But you just take your time. You don't rush. Let that ball sit in your hand. Boom. Sits in your hand. Pull up. That way, I hit mid-range, I hit long. I don't worry about the greens, because if that ball hits my hand the right way and I pull up, you're at my mercy. Like it or not. Ain't nothing you can do about that. And this is something that like a lot of people struggle with on the game, and it's really not that hard. But the other things that you got to understand about that is one, passing is the ultimate key, and having that dimer badge is the ultimate key. If you have the dimer badge and someone gives you a good pass, what happens is your percentage of making that shot just goes up totally that much higher. So you're in a kill rate. As you can see, boom, ball in hand, pull up, he dead to rights. He can't do nothing about it. So that dimer badge helps a lot. Things like that. The other thing that helps a lot is like when I got that steal before, and then I made sure I went down and got an open shot. If you shoot an open shot on a steal, you're going to make that thing probably 80% of the time. But as you can see in all of these drills, ball in hand, fully palmed, and then I go to shoot. My bad, that was a dunk. But you'll see it in one of the next ones. I'll wait for it to come up. But all it is just taking your time and waiting for that ball to sit in the palm of your hand. Let it sit in your hand a second. Because once that happens, it ain't nothing nobody can do. And mind you, look, I'm shooting different types of shots. Everybody always be like, oh, you got to use this shot. You got to use that shot. You got to use 70. You got to use this. Nah, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. The biggest issue with everything and things that you want to do is literally practice with your shot as much as possible. And on top of practicing with your shot, get it to the point where you can rely on it at any time. The more you work with it, the more you knock down shots. Like I said, I changed my shots. I use John Stockton. I use 71. I use 51. I use anything that's working. The other thing is when you off, switch your shots here and there every time. You should have at least 2 to 3 different shots, because you just go to it for like 10, like one game, because you know you got to wait in the park at least one game to switch, and then go right back to the shot that you shoot best with. So I hope this tutorial help all you guys, and you know, like, subscribe, whatever. And I do Gillinafool often, so hopefully you guys like it. Hit me up. God bless.